The question I have going into this is whether or not the Kunkka is going to go the Radiance build or like the Halberd build.
Yeah.
And in tandem, is the Bloodseeker going to go, you know, like Maelstrom, or is he going to go Radiance? So he's going the Maelstrom. I think K1's more of a Manta hero though. I don't think he's going to go Maelstrom BKB. Okay. I think K1's a pretty big He just isn't a fan of the BKB item. I think he always goes for these luxury survivability items that also increase your farm rate, such as the Manta over the BKB. Manta's also very good against TA, even good against Grimstroke and Ricky. So I would expect FaZe Maelstrom Manta to be his build here. I like the FaZe boots. As I said, they pretty much have all physical damage on the Radiant lineup. I like this Buckler first on the Tiny, by the way.
Okay, I think we saw him do this yesterday as well.
Yeah, it's a very, I guess if he did it yesterday, it's a bit different, but I like it against this Ricky lane because Ricky hits pretty hard for if you have 0 armor. And Puck also has 0 armor. I guess 1 with the stat items, but.
So, we're going to see, and then it is, as they talked about, that Theo Lacour Void Spirit. Honestly, I believe he was the first person I saw doing it in pubs, which, you know, big shout out. Everyone wants to be the first guy to, like, I'm going to make this hero look good. He was really the first guy, like, at day one, I was like, damn, I thought this was a core hero, but turns out maybe it doesn't have to be. But they said that lane, it is going to be a Centaur Void Spirit lane. BSJ, is that going to be a pretty bad lane?
I think Snapfire is pretty good against that.
Yeah.
The point blank scatter blast does a lot of damage. And I think it is, like the panel said, going to boil down a lot to how much pressure they're applying bottom. I think Ricky's a pretty stable carry, though. High base HP regen, has 4.9 HP regen.
Yeah.
Level 1. I thought he might take Tree. I was going to say, do you take Tree when you have this Buckler build? It just helps you harass and trade and CS. So you're not really looking to kill if you have a Buckler. If you have Boots, you know, you're looking to get in position to get those tosses off. But if you have Buckler, you're just looking to hit them. And a lot of back and forth already. I think they're content with this when you have a Bloodseeker carry, except for when you're dying. Okay, that was a bit overextended there. The Bloodseeker does have his Thirst passive level 1. So they're on the same page in what they're trying to do with this lineup. But obviously just being a little too aggressive there.
Yeah, and we saw even Costa Bila, he got 2 of the last hits under the tower, so he's not even that worried. And now you got this big old wave coming, so at least, you know, Whisper, Schofield, they're back for the experience.
Yeah, this is exactly what NoPing needs to get the start they want. I think Costa Bila would be a Diffusal Battle Fury type of player on the Ricky. I think it was 23 Savage who did that originally.
Yeah, I believe so.
Diffusal for the mid-game prowess, Battle Fury for the scaling as well as the damage output. It's a pretty decent damage item. Mid lane.
It's they're just trading. Doesn't look like either one wants to go for the kill, but they are just completely fine trading these hits with each other.
Dude, TA zoning. He's 8-3 to the 5-0 Kunkka.
Is this how it should be very early? Does Kunkka get better in this lane as Tidebringer goes up?
Not 100% sure. I think it's slightly TA favored in general. They did pick it, but Tiny overextending again.
And this is, I mean, as a Ricky, he's going to be level 3 in one more creep.
Yeah, I said the other day that Grimstroke Ricky is probably the scariest safe lane combo right now. A lot of teams have even been, in the SA region especially, have been first banning the Ricky. Seeing Whisper get gone on again bottom, has to orb away. And meanwhile, top, a 2-man Cookie does stun them up, but nothing's going to come of it. They might actually turn on him here.
They're going to. The Scatter Blast there to slow him down. They're just trying to trade right clicks, but a good block there from the Snapfire. Meanwhile, Whisper goes down, and you said this was a good lane, BSJ, maybe one of the best. Is it this good?
Yeah, how do you position against it? I was talking about it yesterday. You get Inkswald on Ricky, you blink on him. Any hero in the game usually has like one mobility spell to disengage. Then he just blinks on you again, and it's like, oh.
Cookie going up top again, but they're just harassing. At this point, you don't even really want the kills, right? You just want to be able to build up this thirst and stop the other person from farming. But when it's a Centaur, that's a pretty big body to stop from farming.
Yeah, I underestimated how good all of these lanes would go for NoPing. I thought they would win the laning stage, but so far,
hard like
winning.
bottom.
Okay, look at Puck. Yeah, 3 CS. Yikes. That's what I got to say about that.
That's Whisper. He loves the old puck offlane. He is struggling hard. 16-5 plus 3 kills on the Riki right now.
I'm a huge fan of Riki, specifically against low armor ranged heroes, and Puck fits that description perfectly. Puck coils quite good against him later, but you have to get to that later portion first. Laylis doing a little pull top, it looks like. Theolacor not going to let him get away with this, I believe. Not on my watch, he says. Oh, 2 creeps do stop by.
But not the range creeps, though. He did his job, got that going.
First rune's coming out. What will it be?
That's a good question. It'll be an arcane rune bottom. We'll see who wants to go down there. Neither of these have a bottle or probably plan on getting it.
Oh my god, he's took so much damage there. He hit him with 4 side blades in a row.
Side blades are just... And the best part is, you're both just dancing, right? Like, I'm going to avoid you, but he knows, so she's dancing around.
Yep, really good TA players. You can tell just by their side blade usage. That's like the determining factor.
Yeah. Uh-oh. They're going to get the pull. There's going to be the stop as well. Scatterblast goes out. Hector in a little bit of trouble, but we'll just be able to run away for now. Lelis, though. Grandma getting bonked on the head there. Tavo. Pretty damn strong with those retaliate charges. Pop, but Costa Bile will lose his courier bottom, which was a full raindrop as well as the wand. Tavo ends up going down to K1 Hector, though.
I'm just concerned for Beastcoast. Bloodseeker is not a space creator. He wants to farm up 1 or 2 small items before he does his thing. He's more of a cleanup hero. His success is usually determined by the success of the rest of his team without him, because he just shows up late. Kills everybody.
Schofield is just
gonna die again.
Yeah, he goes down. Did
that
they
was kind of
get
cool.
the rune?
You see like the floating ring of the explosion because he was tossed up in the air. I've never seen that before.
But the runes, decent for Beastcoast because Lelis, he's suiciding now, by the way. He just ran. He just went and got, after they got that kill, he's like, all right, I'll just get the free bounty runes. So nice job of Beastcoast there, but there's still bleeding kills in this bottom lane.
Puck is level 3 while Riki is level 5. And against Riki specifically, this hero doesn't want to rotate as a carry. He just wants to control his lane and just occupy it. And it does not get easier for him. They're going to try to do a little bit of damage to him. He does have 8 stick charges and a Fairy Fire, so he should be fine.
There's the nuke. Orb does go out. They kind of want to die. Oh my goodness, he is actually going in there. 10 sticks. Yeah, this is the bait. He blink strikes out. Will pop the stick and the Fairy Fire. They're diving in now. Whisper might be in trouble. No, blinks over, has the orb as well. A lot of mobility, but Costa Bile, he's completely okay with this. He's going to be very close. Level 6 middle lane. Chris Luck will make it away with the Fairy Fire. Double bracer, but it's a tight lane.
Top.
Ooh.
TA's going to deny it to him. That's actually big for TA as well. No mana.
Yeah, and a little HP, man. So Chris Luck, he just brought out salves. He's like, man, more? Ugh.
Surprised he didn't TP back to base, honestly.
At when he axed.
Yeah.
Well, the one lane, yeah. It's weird to say the least amount of action probably in this top lane, but they are still just battling back and forth, just trading hits. And the levels looking pretty good. 2 level 4s and level 5, level 3, so Lelis playing a little more hard support.
Riki feels so good in these types of games, man. Just going to be allowed to control the bottom lane as long as he wants. Getting the boat, I think, just to clear the wave. I don't think this has any intent of action.
No,
they toss him back in.
We got 2 of them. There's going to be the stun, but they're both level 4. Chris Luck's level 6. He might turn. This is, oh my goodness, no way. 40R is about to pop off, and he has a trap down as well. Void Spirits there. Chris Luck in a lot of trouble. The cookie comes forward. Do we have Scatterblast? He's already used it. There's the Torn. It is dodged. Chris Luck stays alive. Theo stays alive. This does mean the Bloodseeker is a lot of damage, but he's not doing much, and wow, that was pretty much a 3v1 from the TA under the Dire Tower.
I was a bit surprised when I said he's not going to go for the kill. That's why. It didn't really make sense, but Beastcoast, they're definitely the type of team to do this. This is why Hector is always able to farm so much, because his team just runs around making maniacal plays. Yeah. And sometimes it works out for them when they are this far behind and they just go for a crazy one you don't expect. This time around, though, that TA just too high level, too farmed. And most notably, as you said, the Puck and the Tiny are just so under-farmed and under-leveled. They just did not for the damage they needed. Costa Bile scouting out Schofield here with the Grimstroke Inkswell. Inkswell. You're like, what is this? It's like a bounty hunter
lane as well, though. We are going to see Tavo go down into the bottom lane. Schofield getting chased. There's going to be the Blink Strike forward.
Nice toss.
40R here as well, and they will just be able to get the kill. So they do lose Tavo in the top lane, and that's the thing. If there is going to be one guy you want all this farmer to have an okay lane, it is going to be Hector on Beastcoast. And, well, right now he's pretty much the only one who's even having an okay time. As you see the net worth, he's in first now. Somehow he is in first again.
I think the most notably impressive I've ever been with K1 was in a game where I was off lane and he was a safe lane void, and I crushed him in lane, and he somehow was #1 net. I looked back at the graph. He was #1 net worth at 11 minutes into the game when I killed him twice.
Yeah.
And I was like,
how?
This is like best case scenario for me.
Yeah.
And he has #1 net worth.
What do I do?
I'm like, did I do something wrong?
Oh,
he makes you question how, like, the definition of efficiency in Dota. I don't actually understand how he does it.
There's going to be the toss back. Do we have the X? We do. Scatter Blast there as well. Pulled back into the tournament.
Nice play.
They should be able to get 40R, and they finally will. There's get it. Whoa,
That's a big one.
whoa. Bathroom. All right. You know, hey, at least we got a reason. You know, sometimes you've just got to hit the bathroom up, BSJ.
Yep, sometimes you just got to go.
Yeah.
Banyo lag. Banyo means bathroom, Grant.
Yep.
Just letting you know, buddy.
I appreciate that. So, this game, when do you... is he still... looks like he's actually... Yeah, he's going the Maelstrom still, and then he's going to go into the Manta on Bloodseeker. When does he really become involved? And when I mean that, like, when does he swap lanes? Or does he even do that for a while?
No, Hector doesn't do that.
Okay. Even on Bloodseeker,
The
he's
only
just gonna
time
get
he
there?
will ever leave his lane is when he's at threat. Like, he's scared of dying, not because he's trying to do something. He'll run around and participate if there's a fight going on and the enemy team's low. Like, he will do that. But don't mistake. If Hector's showing up, it's not because his team is enabled by it. It's because it's efficiently gaining him net worth.
Yeah.
And that's not meant to be, like, insulting to K1. That's just the playstyle of himself as well as the way Beastcoast operates. Tavo is level 6. They're looking to make something happen here. Ricky TPing in.
Ooh, this is scary.
K1, they're level 6, buddy. Run! Nope.
Oh, he pops it. They're just jumping in. Theo LaCour here as well. Will pop all his abilities, and a nice 3-for-1 gank there. Costa Bile getting active on that Ricky very quickly. Bounty runes will be spawning. Seems to be a 2-for trade from both teams.
Yeah, Whisper is able to recover a bit bottom because of that, seeing the Ricky rotating, but only a level 6 puck at 10 minutes. That is a core puck for anyone not or just tuning in.
No boot Spirit Vessel, by the way, is what the puck's going to be going. You like that this game? Why is he going the Spirit Vessel?
It helps them kill the TA, but other than that, I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you.
We'll see. It seems like, oh, and they're just going to jump fire. I love the Blink Strike into the other Blink Strike. Tricks to the trade for it. The Aether Remnant pullback, and Costa Bile and Theo LaCour.
I like that aggression.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be the Grimstroke plus the Ricky, but man, this Void Spear plus Ricky and Grimstroke, they're just all working together very well. They're on the same page, is what I'm trying to say.
You said it well, Grant.
Thank you. They're going to get this middle tier 1 tower. They're going to glyph it up once, but both teams pop the glyph. Schofield? He's middle, and uh-oh, he'll get tossed, but I don't think Costa Bile cares. He's just harassing him out. They get the long-range nuke, Blink Strike forward, and this Stealth Assassin is getting scarier and scarier by the minute.
Yep, dream start for Ricky. It's exactly what he wants to do. Control his lane for 9 to 10 minutes, make a couple rotations. He does so much damage even before the defusal, as long as he has the ability to hit them. And right now, this game, they're just struggling, already down by 4,000 net worth on Beastcoast. Konka, this 9th pick mid that seems so stable across most of these games, he is hurting compared to TA on the net worth chart. 1,600 gold differential between the two mid laners. Looks like they're ready to smoke on the side of Beastcoast. They do have the puck coil, the Kuka boat, as well as the Snapfire Mortimer's Kisses, and they need to make something happen. Schofield is dangling in the top lane, I believe, but he's going to dangle very shortly, not very long.
He is just probably going to die straight up there. Smoked. Look at this 40-yard. This would be the best pickup if they could find him, but I don't believe they have the damage. Maybe with Mortimer's Kisses.
They don't have any urn charges.
Let's see. Oh, the blink before X even comes off. Ooh. The smoke scouted, and Radiant retreats. And the Grimstroke's like, hey, you guys are all top? Sure, I'll go farm bottom. You know, rarely see a 5 Grimstroke especially go get his farm on.
It's the dream scenario. I think that's kind of his role in this game, actually. Who else on his team takes the dead lane farm here? I think he's You know you're winning the game when your 5 position is taking the dangerous.
And look how safe it is. And it's actually, it's funny, you say dangerous, which it is. He's just chilling with 2 full creep waves, pushing up the lane, no cares.
That's the definition of a winning game. Like, this is exactly the map orientation that a winning team will have. All the cores are content being aggressive because they all had a good start. So the 5 position gets to reap the benefits. So you hear that, support players? If you do a good job, and the carry kind of knows what they're doing. That's a key addendum there.
Coil middle. The kisses from Mortimer coming out. He will avoid some of them, but that is a very scary combo. Pretty much unbeatable on the backside. Costa Bile wants to go in.
Rupture.
Gets the kill. Rupture goes off in the mid lane. Chris Luck getting nuked down. K1 just wanted to right-click Whisper. Will be able to make it up. A nice stun coming out from the Tiny. There goes the Tornado. Hits onto one. Can they bring down the Ricky? Blink straight away. Doesn't look like it. Tavo going for a kill himself. Kills Whisper. They chase for more. And oh my goodness, K1 Hector. Guess what? He is online and he is running at you. Tavo, the only one still alive. Stun up in 7. He won't have it in time. Give K1 Hector the triple. Give him almost a full damn team wipe.
This is the definition of Beastcoast in a nutshell. Like, they finally catch you with your pants down, and TA goes down to all. That's what they were trying to do earlier, right?
Yeah.
And the
You
TA
get the X, you probably will.
It. Yeah. That was a heap load of damage. Hey, everybody. But, no, there's a heap load of damage coming out, and you're going to see
look at
once
that.
they catch her.
The coil just. That's why you pick Puck, right?
Yeah.
That's why you pick Puck. Just that one plus one more ultimate. They didn't even need the Kunkka there. It felt like you could do that with just the Puck and Mortimer.
More notably, he got some earn charges from that.
That's big.
And he's going to have the Spirit Vessel in 75 gold. So you're seeing the Bloodseeker. He's going to show up to the fight. He's going to clean up. All the abilities on the Radiant side have been used. So he's not at threat at all. And he's just going to run around hitting you. That's exactly how K1 plays. Exactly how Beastcoast utilizes the Bloodseeker. They're definitely one of the most notable Bloodseeker utilizers in the entire world. I think out of all the teams
in the
I
last
watch,
year especially.
Yeah, they I'd say Bloodseeker's their second or third highest priority carry under Wraith King and maybe one more.
Yeah, it's one of the. I remember that was the whole thing. It was during TI, right? It's all the strength heroes are banned. What are we gonna do? And then he just pulls out the Bloodseeker, and you're like, oh, that's what he's gonna do.
Yep.
And we do see the definite trouble here for Schofield. Pretty sure he's just dead over in the jungle, especially with the defusal picked up from the Ricky. Probably going to secure level 11 off this as well.
This Manta for the Bloodseeker is huge. This game specifically, they really only have slows and walk at you type of stuns on NoPing. And if he gets that Manta to remove the TA traps, the defusal blade, maybe even the Centaur Stampede slow, that reset will make him so much more survivable on Bloodseeker, making him virtually never the target to go on. And if that's the case, I think that bodes pretty well for Beastcoast. Surprisingly, have brought this game back. This happens so often with Beastcoast, though. When I say surprisingly,
even the first series,
you have to at some point stop being surprised. You know, you see Beastcoast, at some point it ceases to seem like a fluke.
Yep, they're just one of the best. It feels like the mid-game team fights. And it's not even just how they team fight; it's when they do it. They just always have the idea, and they know Hector just. That was the first team fight he showed up for. What happens? 4-0 is perfect. And they do end up getting that kill. So the Ricky does bring him back to a 2K lead instead of a 1K. And with that defusal, we'll just see more and more pressure. It feels like both teams really do want to pressure, but Hector, is he going to benefit the most from downtime? Like, is the Bloodseeker actually the best late game hero in this game?
Yes, I think so. I think... Okay, so Ricky is going just straight BKB. To be honest with you, I'm not a fan of this because he still dies to Rupture, and the way like K1 is so good at just outscaling you and pick and choosing his fights like we talked about. I would almost be more of a fan of the Battle Fury build here on Ricky because they don't really kill him that well if he's off map. They have to see him to get the jump, and we'll see. He is going on Schofield top. Schofield is pretty tanky, though, with that ultimate armor.
I love that he just Schofield goes down, but I love that he didn't run, right? If you run, you're going to take more damage from the back, and actually scared the Ricky. He's like, wait, are people TPing in? Why isn't he running? But they still get the kill.
Yeah, they're going to maybe look to Roche really soon on NoPing.
Yep, you don't even... He does go the Blink first. Are you surprised by the Blink, or is it just because they want to be active? With
No, the Blink first is very necessary because there's so many things that they can just get him with, and he's dead. The coil, the X... You saw in the jungle, he narrowly escaped that one time. That's enough of a validation to buy the blink.
Just get it early, yeah. And, well, Nethershall, a lot of neutral items coming up right there. We saw Net as well, so, you know, some more catch for the Radiant side. But a 2K lead for NoPing.
Whisper, stop taking his farm.
Whisper's like, nah, that's mine. Still no boots. Is this going to be... When are we getting boots on the puck, BSJ? Do we got a time?
4 staff, then Yules, then boots.
Okay. So what are you thinking, 30, 32 minutes?
28 minutes.
28 minutes, all right. We'll see. Obviously, a quick hero. 317 move speed, not bad with no boots.
That's pretty decent, actually.
Ooh, and a dragon
Wait,
skill.
how does he have that move speed? Oh, the Windlace from Spirit Vessel. I was confused for a second. I was like, puck is definitely below 300.
But yeah, the little extra from the Windlace and Spirit Vessel, like you said, helping out. But top lane, pretty much taken over here. NoPing. They're not finding anyone. Meanwhile, Hector is farming the bottom jungle. Chris Luck is pushing out middle, but uh-oh. They might be finding someone now. He jumps forward to get throw out the Aether Remnant. Does end up missing. Nice dodge by Chris Luck. Now he, oh no, gets cookied into it, but should be okay. Oh, now the X comes out.
Well, Ricky went bottom to try to get the Bloodseeker, and he's TPing to show up to this fight.
Silence is there. Resonant Pulse is up, but he's still silenced. Just going to jump back uphill, and here comes Hector. Just throws out the Rupture. There's no way he gets out, and he won't. Close. But no cigar. Chris Luck pops to dust. No Ricky around, though, yet. Silence goes out, so he can't get the X, and they will run away. So a pretty good disengage there from NoPing, only losing one. But they will lose their tower as well, it seems.
TA, 100 gold off the Deso.
And is that where you look for a fight, you win that fight, you go to Roche kind of thing?
Kind of need a BKB too, right? You kind of want to threaten the Roche. I don't think you can ever just walk in and do it because you have Mortimer's Kisses, Boat, Coil. We saw already what happens to him if he doesn't have a BKB. It doesn't really matter how much damage he's hitting for. If that combo's hitting him, he's not hitting anybody.
This Bloodseeker
already. He's looking for the X bottom. Oh, blinks away. I think he would have gotten some TPs in if he had managed to get that X off.
When does Hector, he's already feeling like it's scared. He has a full Manta Maelstrom. He's going BKB into Basher,
Look at the
pretty
net worths,
standard.
Man. Like, they were losing by 4,000 net worth at 12 minutes into the game or something like that. In a game, in most situations, most teams would struggle to find farm on the map. And you just see Hector, #1 net worth. They are going to walk into the Roche pit.
Let's see how quick they can actually do it. No scans, good sentry wards from the Radiant to make sure Dire has no vision. And they don't have a scan up, so they can't even scan this is going on. They have to know something's happening, but top lane's fully pushed in. This is going to be a free Roche, I think. BSG, maybe not. They're sitting around. No, it is.
Yep.
Wow.
You can't ever willingly fight them, but if you control the area, TA is very good at that. The traps are incredibly difficult to fight into when you don't have any BKBs. You're scared of the Ricky damage. He's going for a BKB as mentioned. And Centaur full pipe. They're pretty tanky, pretty hard to bring down on NoPing. Aegis is pretty important because Beastcoast has one volley of just, you know, screw this one guy.
Yeah, Coil into Mortimer. You're dying.
Yeah,
You're dying.
so that Aegis, hard to bring him down a second time. Both teams, though, in a standoff here.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the heroes and you're like, yeah, most teams want to fight. Obviously, Hector on the Bloodseeker doesn't mind farming, but he's still a Bloodseeker, and Bloodseekers want to fight. The scan from Radiant does connect onto that Tier 1 tower. They know at least one person, if not more, is sitting under it.
I think this might be a bit over-eager from NoPing to go for this Tier 1. I think waiting for the BKBs is definitely better. So we'll see what ends up happening here.
Looks like they agree with you unless they're running around to smoke somewhere else, but pretty funny. Both teams content not farming and just making sure that Tier 1 tower stays safe on Beastcoast.
Usually on Radiant, you farm the top 2 lanes. You treat the bottom as a dead lane, and then once you feel strong enough to fight them, you migrate to the bottom half of the map after taking Roche. So usually it's the tandem of taking Roche and then hitting your item timings that leads you to going to bottom. So just a bit of inefficiency, I think, coming out from NoPing there. Basically, you have map control, you have Aegis, you're winning, and both teams are effectively farming nothing. Yeah. Because you're sitting there posturing. So a bit of inefficiency there from NoPing. Getting ahead of themselves a bit, but they did make the correct disciplined call to back off, which I think is good.
Don't fully
Better
commit.
late than never, right?
Exactly.
Just because you're there doesn't mean you have to just say, well, I guess we're here, guys, and fight them.
Okay, bottom of Pasa. That doesn't look like it. It's just Chris Luck for now. And he's just going to clear out the waves. We see it's both teams just want to make sure lanes are pushed in their favor, and no one's really overextending at all at this point.
Puck has given up on the four-staff dream and has queued up an Ags.
Okay. He sees all that. He just saw like 3 people on Radiant have just ogre axes. He's like, they're probably going BKB.
We probably need this because Tiny doesn't deal with BKBs, Snapfire doesn't deal with BKBs, Kunkka doesn't deal with BKBs. I guess Rupture on one target deals with BKBs, but that's about it.
You need this lockdown, and
Yeah,
it is a very
something.
good agony. It's not like it's a bad pickup ever.
He just has to be fearful of his positioning because without the four staff or Yules or anything, that Ricky Cloud pretty much spells death for him here.
Middle lane, they're pinging Schofield. A lot of action in the early game, but the last 3 to 4 minutes after that Roche. And who does this favor? Nothing happening. It's Beastcoast, right? You're just kind of waiting out the Aegis while Hector is still keeping the farm a little bit ahead of TA.
Yeah, I don't think it's clear-cut who favors just because both teams have 2 cores going for BKBs, and neither of them have them yet.
Yeah. So it might just be if one team somehow gets those 2 BKBs, like, what, even a half minute before take a fight?
Yeah, that's the crucial thing that may swing the balance of this game. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen 4 heroes be about to, be poised to get a BKB at the same time. Bloodseeker's getting his, Kunkka's 900 off, TA's 300 off, and Ricky's there. So all these BKBs are going to come out within a minute or 2 of each other.
And then we're going to have nothing for 5 minutes, and then just a straight-up probably 5-on-5 fight incoming here.
Yeah, because both teams are hitting their timings about the same time.
Ooh, but it does feel like NoPing with that Ricky BKB. They might be hitting it a little bit earlier. There's going to be the jump forward. They look for Schofield. It's a nice 2-man coil. Mortimer's kisses. They were ready for this. The boat's coming. It hits onto 2 of them. They chain together. Buyback from Floskield. He can TP in. Tavo goes down. Lelis on the backside dying to Costa Belay. So much damage from this Ricky. Does X him back in, but tricks of the trade will jump him out. Rupture's already been used. Another torrent hits Blood right there. He has the BKB. He still hasn't popped it yet. He doesn't want to be forced to use it, and he's not. But another dust goes out, stun dodge, and they might go back in. The blink strike, that's a dieback from Schofield. The overextension, but a nice torrent from Chris Luck to get the rest of them out of there. And we were right. It was just a straight 5-on-5, but now Chris Luck might be in trouble. Dodges the Aether Remnant. Ooh. And 40R will get axed, but seems to be the end of the engagement. And that look, oh wait, Hector just pops BKB. He's like, I'm in no trouble. I'm just taking a few hits.
That's a 10-second BKB.
Yeah, it is. And oh, they're jumping in. They have the Centaur Stampede. Whisper somehow makes it out of that cloud barely and will survive. They get an Aether Remnant on Chris Luck, who Silence has to run back. Meanwhile, Lelis goes down again. So both supports, the only people who died on Beastcoast were both supports twice. Feels bad for them.
Yeah, indeed. Look at those net worths. Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, they really are.
That
way
tiny
down.
blink's coming tomorrow, boys. He'll still be farming.
And you see, right, we talked about how the Grimstroke just got a farm bottom. All of a sudden, you just have a straight-up Glimmer Cape.
Oh, those support items can make or break the game.
Especially in a game like this, you see BKB item time a little bit slower, and that's because it felt like everyone's just running around as 5 right now. Like, yo, we can't be the one team who loses a core. Because neither team still has lost a core now, but it feels like if a core dies, the other team's just going to try to run over you, and they are. They're jumping in the mid lane. Chris, will he be the first one down? A nice quill. BKB popped up by Costa Belay. There's going to be the boat, so a lot of damage mitigation, but it's not enough. Whisper goes down. Chris Luck still with the rum on him. Is it enough? It is.
Sure.
He runs away. Costa Belay gets the Aether Remnant, but Hector, he's running in now. ADR's in a lot of trouble. There is no Aegis there. Hector gets the kill. They chase for more. Schofield, he has the stun toss up.
Ooh.
He has Tranquil Boots. Aether Lens pulls him in.
Nice blink away from Centaur there. He got X'd and torrented, and Bloodseeker Blood Righted barely blinked before all the abilities went off.
And a little bit, I don't even want to say one fight, one engagement from Beastcoast. Being able to bring down that TA, that is the highest net worth on the Radiant side.
TA falls off like a rock. Let's be very clear. That hero, unless snowballing momentum-wise, does not feel good later game.
By the bottom river, though, toss back. Lella's still alive, and now Tavo's just eating a ton of damage. You can't chase forward, though. Instead, they turn it around, and Whisper goes down. They jump forward for more. Theo, we see it. The premier 4 position Voidsword. He gets stun toss comboed. silenced up as well, but a perfect double stun from Tavo, and Theo knows he's gonna die. He just wants to continue to fight. The torrent hits. Smokescreen on the ground as well. Tricks of the trade go out. They want to chase down this Grimstroke. Glimmer Cape is on cooldown, and Hector is just going beast mode on him right now. They pull him back. Tavo triple kill on him. Hector is just going insane.
Chris Luck's had some sick torrents this game, I will say. I think I've seen more 3 or 4 man torrents this game than I've recalled in the recent past. That's pretty crazy right there. K1 was getting gone on underneath a Ricky Cloud.
Yep, you see it right here, just the initiation. Lelis looks to be dead, but a nice cookie Antos out. He still ends up dying, but it just sets up Hector to have a good time since everyone's focused using all their abilities. Whisper went down as well. Whisper's having a rough one.
Here. Yeah, so hard to play puck. He wants his Ags to increase his effectiveness, but without Yules or Force, he kind of just dies, which is rough.
And here's the torrent.
Boom, man. That 3-man
almost
torrent.
4, too. Yeah, the Grimstroke almost walked into it.
It got everyone that mattered.
Yeah. Oh, man, and an orb of destruction now. But they jump forward. We are back. And you know what? Chris Luck?
No mana to Halberd.
Died. Wow. So Chris Luck ends up going down right there, and that's a pretty big kill because it felt like Beastcoast kind of just won a fight, and then you lose your second most important core in the Kunkka.
Tiny?
He's down.
He's
Centaur pops the ulti. They are going to run you down.
Schofield is going for the Malk Award, guys. 0-13 and 9.
Wait, really? Oh
on the Tiny. He's going for it. I'm honestly rooting for Beastcoast to win just because of that. I want to see him go 0-20 and win.
We'll see, because, I mean...
I hope he never gets a blink, because he'll probably combo somebody, right, and kill him.
I mean...
You know what I mean? He'll probably kill somebody if he gets a blink. And
he might. I mean, the Grimstroke is at 1.4k HP already.
It's true.
It's tough to combo someone on this team. Radiant ends up scanning it, spots out that someone was up there. It was just Lelis, though. And now he's positioned in a tree,
really
so
good
he knew
positioning.
someone was up. Yeah, nice job.
Schofield, I'm pulling for you in all the wrong ways, buddy, so just know that if you're listening, which you should never be.
Bloodseeker, almost level 20. Going for that, that's the class A, right? Hector, he was the Silver Edge guy, especially on Wraith Game. People are like, why is he going Shadow Blade? Why is he going Silver Edge? There's no one to break. And he just likes the item, the mobility, and the kill potential, I assume.
It's also a very good damage and stat item. If you look at the overall stats on it, it's like 45 attack speed, 50 damage.
Yeah.
And 300 health.
Roche just goes down again, the Aether Remnant. The fact you can just put an Aether Remnant on the hill, I never realized how good it actually is. It just covers like one full
It's like
opening.
an Arc Warden spirit thing for scouting that also stuns you, you know?
It's good. Oh, Torrent actually does hit on.
Breaks the
4VR
refresh
here. Adriano's like, what? What the hell happened? Just goes back to farming.
They're going to think there's a ward there. Yeah. But that was just a... Oh, no, he does have the ward. They do get rid of it. That Torrent cost them a ward.
214 gold, yeah. Oh, they want to go for it. Theo Lacour jumps away, takes a lot of damage. He's on the high ground. Will he go down? That's a 5-second TP. You're not getting out. He tries to just dodge some abilities on the backside. They're looking for Chris Luck, who pops his BKB, so he'll be completely okay. K1 Hector going to town on Theo Lacour. Now he's going to town on the Grimstroke. 40 yards like, yo, I'm trying to help, but he heals up a little bit from getting that kill. 40 yards still right claim. Hector will go down through this BKB. Big damage from the TA. And now, if that young man is dead on Bloodseeker, you have to get the hell out, because he is everything to your team. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in, but the Blink Strike forward. They get one more. Lelis, Ghost Scepters, can he make it? Nope, already. There's the stun. Torrent hits 2, won't matter. NoPing Esports, they clean up after it looked like Hector was about to run roughshod over him.
Okay, let me just say that killing the Void Spirit on the hill might have not been the best option for Bloodseeker. Leaving him alive probably would have won or made him more impactful in the fight. He lost all the movement speed and then instantly died, because the TA just catches up to him at that point. And go ahead.
I just said he committed so much for him. Just time investment. They're just going to siege down this middle tower. The TA Ricky looking great.
Tiny's officially in the double-double territory. He was 0-12 and 9, but now he's 0-14 and 10.
Oh, and there you go. My God,
Puck
Whisper.
is quite the liability this game, and I think as an offlaner, your one role is to not be that when it comes to the draft and lane setup, and so far that's what we're getting.
Oh no, and they get 2 of them trapped together. Costa B-Lay just running. There's going to be 1 BKB pop, but Schofield, he's going to go down again. Leave the poor man alone. Now they want to disengage. It looks like they might be able to. Chris Luck, he has enough mana for 1x. No tort. Oh, okay, they're taking what they can get. They said more get you, but they go back in. They know there's no BKB on Chris Luck. He'll go down instantly. Aether Remnant on the ground. He has to BKB it off. Do they have anything to stop him? No Basher yet on Ricky. Actually goes the SNY. They're still chasing though. He pops his BKB so he won't get silenced. There's going to be a buyback from both of them. Schofield as well as Chris Luck. Goes to Belay backing off. You got to be careful though. BKB running low. Theo. Oh, the toss to get the X. But that's a pretty tough kill. That's a lot of mobility.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're moving in. There will be a Halberd, so the TA can't do too much damage. Has a Daedalus, has an Aegis as well. Hector just has to run away. A nice coil. They'll get one. No, the stomp. They haven't even got the Aegis, and they kill him before that. He won't be able to heal up. ADR and Tavo doing so much work. We might be seeing the G's dropped here. And they're gonna go for the last kill. They might go for tier 4s. I think they could. 40 yards like, yo, guys, let's win the game. And they do. What a crispy, clean performance from NoPing.
Wow.
Absolute dominance in this game. 39-17. And they